What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank. This is another episode of Roadie Reactions, and today we're going to be checking out the latest single and music video from Swedish Melodeath legends In Flames, who also happens to be one of my favorite bands of all times, and the only band that I actually have tattooed on me, at least right now at the time of recording this. But I'm super stoked on this because as this whole marketing campaign for this new album has been going on, the big thing that you keep seeing everybody talking about is this sounds like old In Flames. That's what everybody's saying. But as we've discussed on this channel already, that's kind of relative depending on when you discovered In Flames. Because when people say old In Flames, to me, I'm thinking 90s. I'm thinking like Jester Race, Horacle, Colony, Clayman, all that stuff. But there's other people, when they say old In Flames, they're talking about 2000s, Reroute to Remain, Soundtrack to Your Escape, Come Clarity. So it's really all dependent on who you talk to, because this band has had a very long career. They are now in their fourth different decade of making music. That's insane for a band like this, or any other band for that matter. But the single that we're checking out today is their fifth single to be released from their upcoming album, Foregone. That's going to come out on February 10th, 2023 from Nuclear Blast Records. Pre-orders are still available. I've already ordered mine. And if you're watching and you would like to support the band, I'll throw links in the description where you can go pre-order stuff as well. But since I don't have anything else to really talk about, let's just dive into this one. I will link this original video in the description below, and today I am once again listening to In Flames, and for the very first time checking out their brand new music video for their song Meet Your Maker. Let's go! Sweet intro graphic. Oh, let's go, performance video. Let's go. Unexpected pickup, I like it. That couldn't have been in the video. That had to have been delay on YouTube's part, right? Okay. Oh, the vocal harmonies in this chorus are so good. Dude, okay. I'm so sold on this new record already, man. Like, I don't want to make the comparisons that everybody's been talking about, but just for the sake of this being a reaction video and stuff, I will. Tonally and riff-wise and vibe and feel, this feels like smack in the middle of like Soundtrack to Your Escape, Come Clarity era In Flames, which is great, man. You know, I grew up on their earlier material, but I wasn't one of those fans that hated when they started trying new things. Like, it's no secret that a lot of the old school Melodeath fans like heard Reroute to Remain and some of them bailed. And that's fine. Whatever you want to do is cool, but I think the records that they put out right after that too were fantastic, man. And this sounds like a super modernized version of that. Like, it's just modern In Flames. And I mean, again, we're on the fourth decade of music from this band. You can't expect a band to keep cranking out the same stuff decade after decade. It'd be unfair to expect that. So I'm loving this. Gear-wise, it's a lot of stuff we've seen before and that we've talked about. Tanner back on drums, Pearl Drums artist, Zildjian cymbals artist. That's a big combo you see a lot in metal. And then I know he uses Evans drumheads and ProMark drumsticks. And that's a combo you see a lot because Evans and ProMark are both owned by the D'Addario company, the string company, the overall parent company. So most oftentimes when a drummer uses one of those, Evans or ProMark, they're going to use the other as well. Now we've got Chris Broderick playing guitar, one of actually the newest member of In Flames, finally official member. Most people know him formerly of Megadeth and Nevermore, and I still think he's in Active Defiance as well. Jackson Guitars artist. He's playing one of his signatures. It's a signature soloist. Pretty sure he uses DiMarzio pickups. I got to double check on that and see if that's right. But that is his custom from Jackson, his signature that they sell, one of the few that they have. And then Bjorn, always playing Gibson or Epiphone. And I got to assume just from the shots we've seen already that that is his signature that he's used for years. You know, EMG pickups in there. It's got that classic Les Paul look to it. It's awesome. The reason I'm not going to bring up Bryce right now is because I actually want to talk a lot about what he's playing as a bass player. But let's keep going, man. This is sick.
It's only down from here. You think you had a choice, but there's no other way. Who made your maker? You receive the final key. These are your last words. Are you ready to see your lives beneath? Made your maker. Everything else is dead. This is the final moment. All is done, all is said. In time we all disappear.
God, Anders still sounds so good after so many years, dude.
At the end of the masquerade, your time's up now, there's hell to pay. It's only down from here. You think you had a choice, but there's no other way.
Yeah, I've got to be going solo, so let's stop really quick. This is like, dude, the thing I love about music, if you're a regular on this channel, you already know, but like, I love how emotionally connected you can get to music and how sometimes music connects you to a time period in your life. I'm not going to lie, dude. This is like emotionally watching this right now is bringing me back to like when I was like listening to these guys in the early 2000s and stuff, just how some of those songs made me feel like, God, I fucking love this band. Okay. So let's talk bass. Now, Bryce, I could be mistaken. I'm pretty sure he's wearing a Violent Gentleman hat right now. I saw the logo on the side of it, like the one that I was wearing. I didn't know he was a VG dude. Bryce is an exclusive artist of Ernie Ball Music Man basses, and he's playing a Stingray. The Stingray is one of the most iconic basses of all times, almost instantly recognizable. So many artists use it, but he is using a double humbucker version of it. The traditional Stingray is a single humbucker, but the double is pretty cool. It gives you the little different tones to it. It's not that exact classic Stingray sound, but it's really good for like metal and rock, like picking and finger picking and stuff. It's a very versatile bass. It's pretty sweet. But Music Man, I want to talk about the company for a second because Music Man is one of those guitar companies, like a lot of others, that has a ridiculous history to it. And one of the things that I've really realized over the years is that all of the big guitar companies in the world are somehow connected. It's like this small group of families started all these guitar companies and then were involved in the other ones too. So when Music Man was originally founded, I think it was 1974. That might not be exact. I'll make sure and put a pop-up in there. It was originally founded by a couple guys that used to work at Fender way back in the day before it was sold. But Leo Fender, that Fender, was a silent partner of Music Man when they first started. And the next year, once his no-compete contract with Fender expired after selling the company, he became the president and CEO, or one or the other, or both, I can't remember. He became a very important person at Music Man. Now, over the next few years, they put out a lot of different products. Their first product was actually an amplifier, not a guitar or a bass. But they did a lot of different things. And, fast forward a few years, some of the people involved didn't like how it was going. Leo Fender took a step back, and then Grover Jackson came in and got involved. That Jackson Guitars, and he started helping with the production of guitars and basses. And then eventually, the company wasn't doing well. They were going to sell it. Super long story short, they sold it to Ernie Ball. Ernie Ball has been in control of Music Man since 1984 and still to this day. So it's a really cool history, and you can see how all of these big players in the guitar world are all connected somehow. You just keep seeing the same handful of names at all these different guitar companies over the years. It's really cool. But anyways, that's probably all the talking I'm going to do in this one. The last thing that came to my mind really quick, I know I just said I was going to stop talking. This is more of an American band than a Swedish band now. I just realized as I was talking, Anders and Björn are the only two Swedes left in this band. America, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah. Interesting. All right, let's hear some solo work. Oh, that scream in there is so good. God, a fucking monster chorus, dude. It's only down from here. You think you have a choice, but there's no other way. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm so ready for this album, man. The only thing that I was thinking, I'm not going to lie, I liked the solo, and maybe this is me being nitpicky, but I wasn't in love with the actual guitar tone on the solo. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just for some reason, it just didn't strike me as what I was expecting for that solo, but we'll listen again. We'll check it out. Didn't ruin the song by any means. This was awesome, dude. Let's go talk more about it. It's just in fucking flames, dude. I feel like that's the only thing I need to say in this outro, man. I was already sold on this new record, but this just made me even more excited, man. I love the singles that they've been cranking out. I can't wait to hear this new album from start to finish. And I don't know, I'm kind of getting this vibe that right now, this band is almost rejuvenated, if that makes sense. Anders and Björn have been in this band for goddamn ever. I mean, Björn at one point was their drummer, but there are some relatively new members. Tanner and Bryce haven't even been in the band for 10 years each yet. And then Chris, who has toured with them, is now an official member. But with this lineup, I'm starting to get a vibe that it's they feel fresh. You know what I mean? This lineup is clicking hard. And that happens, man. They have had some lineup changes in the past. It is a vastly different lineup from that core late 90s, early mid 2000s lineup that a lot of us old In Flames fans were used to. But this is a fantastic version of this band. And I'm super excited for this album and to see what they do in the future. And as a reminder to anybody that's watching, pre-orders for that album that is coming out on February 10th are available. A link is in the description of this video. God, I'm fucking stoked right now, dude. But if you can't tell, I enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. If this is your first time to the channel, feel free to click subscribe. I release videos all the time, not just reactions. We do music industry talks, bass playthroughs, stuff like that. And I even have a podcast, so I'd love to have you along for the ride. If you liked the video, feel free to give it a like. If you disliked the video, feel free to give it a dislike. Just know at the end of the day that I appreciate you for taking the time to watch the video. I'm on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord server that a lot of us hang on. I have a Twitch that I stream on. So if you're interested in any of that kind of stuff, I'll throw links in the description of this video. My handle on most everything social media is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.